Hello my fellow Albionites, it's Neil from Coffee Fiends, and Albion's first feature-length patch, Joseph, is in full swing. We mentioned some of the big features hitting servers in our Joseph preview video, like arenas, relic coffers, and new weapon skills, but we didn't have the details on balances and tweaks that would accompany the content update. Now that Joseph is released, let's go through some noteworthy changes from the Destiny board all the way to weapon balances that may affect your gameplay. We won't be covering arenas just yet, but don't worry. We'll take an in-depth look at the new arena system in its own dedicated video. The Destiny board added a new feature where you can set learning points to be spent instantly upon reaching the learning point threshold. For any thresholds you may have crossed before the patch, your points won't be spent instantly when you check the box. Every threshold reached after the box is checked will be affected. Be very wary of this feature. For players like me, I level a lot of different skills, and I only want to spend my learning points on specific ones for faster progress. This feature could bite you in the butt if you aren't careful, seeing as you can't use your LP for specific masteries. It's all or nothing. 2 new group expeditions have been added at Tier 6. You'll fight those pesky undead and the sadistic Morgana in these new adventures. And the best part, the existing Tier 5 dungeons now have solo versions, so you can drop in, earn some weapon and armor fame, and be done before you know it. Hashtag cater to the casual. The smart cast controls have finally been added. We've mentioned this before, but casting directional spells is a pain in the butt. With smart casting, directional skills work more like they do in a MOBA. Albion is adding 2 new options: quick cast on button press and quick cast on button release. These should point spells in the direction of your cursor, helping players aim spells where they need to go and get them out quickly. The original casting setting will be the default. You'll be able to change to the smart casting by going to game settings and mouse control. You now have the ability to enchant potions for Tier 4 and up using essences. These potions create a potion 1 step up from the original. Like if you enchanted a minor potion, it'd be the quality of a standard potion. If you enchanted a standard potion, it'd be the quality of a major potion, etc. Like mentioned previously, you'll need essences to enchant your potions. So the essence drops have been adjusted to compensate for the stockpiled essences players may have lying around their bank chests. Drops have been adjusted for a little bit till the system has embedded itself and settled down. The drop rate for Tier 4 essences is up, Tier 5 is the same, Tier 6 is down, and Tier 8 is up. Energy regeneration potions now restore less energy. Sticky potions now share a 3-meter radius across all tiers. They used to have an increased radius as the tier rose. Damage reduction of sticky potions is reduced by 50% across the board, and the cooldown is up from 120 seconds to 150 seconds. Remember, you can enchant your potions at the Artifact Foundry in any major city. A number of UI options were added with Joseph to help keep track of your spells, damage, and healing. You can now see the health bars above mobs. This can be toggled on and off under the HUD options. Visual spell indicators were improved, so you can see where the hell skills like Thousand Spears are aimed and how long their range is. Buffs and debuffs will now be highlighted different colors when applied to players. This will help differentiate their positive or negative effects. You can now show only your own damage and healing numbers above players and mobs. This will help you keep track of how well you're doing. To activate this, go to Options, HUD, Only Player-Related Damage. A patch would not be complete without a few miscellaneous quality of life improvements. Item icons got a polish to better show quality and enchant level. On some items it was getting a bit crowded to show everything on one icon. Now everything should be visible. Guild member lists can be sorted by name, rank, and last time online to keep track of players and find people quickly. This should help with organization for bigger guilds. The channel to teleport from open world dungeons has been reduced significantly. It went from a whopping 30 seconds to only 7 seconds. If you were a small group fame farming in a dungeon, all it took was a huge raid of people to roll through, and your group run turns into a slaughter. Now the chances of you surviving long enough to port out alive is on the up. New mob camp locations have been added all across the map. We even have unique visuals for the enemy faction's chest the mobs are guarding. Ashen Hellgate's got a facelift, and some of the mobs inside got a nerf. Check out the patch notes themselves for the specifics. Heretic Scavengers don't drop that Tier 1 stone anymore. That was getting a bit annoying. The walking speed for mounts is now the same for all mounts. The only boost you'll receive as tiers increase is the gallop speed. The gallop speeds for each mount remain unchanged. Your mount will now despawn when you're attacked by another player while temporarily unmounted, so no more mount targeting. And your cooldown to remount has been increased from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. But your skill cooldowns after being forcefully dismounted are now 1 second down from 3 seconds. So it looks like Sandbox Interactive wants players to have a fighting chance at escaping, but using their weapon and armor abilities instead of just mounting up and running away. We're not sure how this is going to affect gatherers getting out alive if they're attacked by other players. But hey, at least we can pop Wanderlust a little faster, right? Holy shit, did weapons get changed? New skills were added to certain weapon types, and I think we were all surprised by this. Bows got the new W skill, Ray of Light. Ray of Light shoots an arrow into the sky, which rains down at the ground after a short delay. The arrow can hit a single enemy, dealing magic damage and rooting them. Cursed Staves got a new W skill, Grudge. The Grudge can be cast on an ally. While it's active, every normal attack may inflict a vile curse on the enemy. This turns the Cursed Staff into a very unique support weapon. Daggers have the W skill Shadow Edge. Shadow Edge throws a knife in front of you, pulling yourself behind the target you hit. If the target is an enemy, the enemy will be rooted. Keep in mind you can use this skill on your allies to get back to your team quickly. Spears have the W skill Deflecting Stance. Deflecting Stance spins your weapon as a shield. While channeling, your resistances are increased and you reflect incoming damage. Additionally, it also restores energy. A great skill to buy you some time and get back into a fight. Swords got the new W skill Splitting Slash. Splitting Slash splits the earth in a straight line in front of you. Any enemy directly hit will receive damage and will be rooted. New passives made their way to the game as well. Quarterstaves no longer have the threat generation passive, and instead have the energetic passive for energy regeneration. So no more tanking with quarterstaves. Swords lost the passive threat regeneration as well and now have weakening. Every normal attack you reduce the target's damage and healing by 4%. This, along with the new W skill, may make swords a viable option for PvP. We'll see, only time will tell. And to say the Holy and Nature Staffs have been reworked is a major understatement. Their total healing output were nerfed by 10%, and in exchange a lot of abilities were adjusted. Some skills got a healing buff while others cost more mana, or have an increase in cooldown time. Like I said, a lot of weapons got reworked. The weapons that were changed were Arcane Staves, Bows, Cursed Staves, Daggers, Fire Staves, Frost Staves, Hammers, Holy Staves, Maces, Nature Staves, Quarterstaves, Spears, Swords, and the Eye of Secrets offhand got a big nerf. Some armor, helmet, and shoe skills were adjusted as well. I recommend you take a look at the patch notes to see the specific changes for yourself. This video would have been crazy long if we read every little detail changed. All in all, Sandbox Interactive have given us a lot of quality of life improvements and new content to experiment with. Hey, if big updates keep looking like this, I think we'll be in good shape moving into 2018. Did we miss anything big in the Joseph update? Did your main weapon get nerfed? How do we like the new arenas and weapon skills? We love hearing the thoughts of the Albion online community. I'm Neil, aka Fiends, and we'll see you in Martlock.